Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my Shoddy rundown of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I hope you like this first video. I'm not super good with scripts, so I made this presentation to help me put my thoughts in order. And I think if it goes well, I might do these presentations for other games I played and finished. So let's get started. What is Xenoblade Chronicles? Xenoblade Chronicles is a Japanese role-playing game made by Monolith Soft and Nintendo. Nintendo published it, Monolith Soft developed it, but Monolith Soft is an internal team of Nintendo. It was released on the Wii and later remade on the Switch. The story of its release is a bit weird. It started out as a Japanese-only release, and then it was released in Europe a year later. And then after a fan campaign, along with two other games, called Operation Rainfall, it was released in the US. But who made this game? It was made by Monolith Soft, as we said, and Nintendo. And the creator of the series and the main lead writer is Tetsuya Takahashi, who's the creator of many very famous games. He worked on Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VI. He created Xenogears, which was supposed to be Final Fantasy VII, as some of you may know. He created the Xenosaga series, which I haven't played, but I do love Xenogears. And he co-created Xenoblade with Kojima. Tetsuya Takahashi also, as we can see here, designed the Magitech armor in Final Fantasy VI. The key staff of Xenoblade Chronicles are, as we said before, Kojima, Genshi Yokoda, which is one of the directors, Katsunori Tai, the lead programmer, Norihiro Takami, who was responsible for the lead art, and the lead writers, along with Tetsuya Takahashi, Yuichiro Takeda, and Yurie Hattori. So, what is this game about? It's about Shulk. Shulk is a very good guy, very good boy. He's a quirked up white boy, some may say. He's very good at fighting. He's loud. He's a bit of a goober, and he's extremely high tier in Smash. Well, not extremely. He's just high tier. He's definitely not Pyre and Mithra. And he's not alone. He has plenty of friends. He's got Ryan, his best friend, Sharla, Ryan's love interest, Ricky, a small little goblin bird creature, Melia, a goblin bird creature that isn't small, Dunban, his father figure, and Fiora, Dunban's sister, and his love interest. One of the two, at least. The story of the Xenoblade universe begins with these two creatures, the Bionis and the Mechonis. They are titans. One is organic, one is mechanical. They fight. This guy has a sword that's glowing. This guy has a mechanical sword. The swords are named the Monado. They are the Monados. Like this one, the Monado, also known as the Sword of the Bionis. It is found by Shulk's family, and he's retrieved along with it after an expedition by his family. It is the only weapon that can hurt Mechon, which are the beings created by the Mechonis, or at least the warlike beings created by the Mechonis. The game begins in it has a small prologue phase. Dunban, as we mentioned before, uses the Monado to fight the Mechon in the Great War between the Mechonis and the Bionis. This war happens 1 year before the events of the start of the game, but the use of the Monado, since Dunban isn't the wielder, wounds him and makes him lose the use of his arm. This fight happens in Sword Valley, which you actually revisit in a later part of the game. The game proper begins after the prologue with Fiora, Shulk, and Ryan, which play a bit like an MMO trifecta. Shulk is your standard DPS who plays similarly to a Final Fantasy XIV melee class. He has directional attacks and such. Ryan is a tank, he draws aggro and he gets beat up. And Fiora is a healer. The party changes, but you are always recommended to keep this party. Shock doesn't actually start out with the Monado, but you are given it apparently rather fast. You should look out for various things. The things you should look out for are the tutorials. This is a very, very, very important thing you should look out for. I did not understand how the game actually played the first time I picked it up. Only after I picked it up a couple of months later, I read up on the tutorial page, and I finally understood things like chain attacks and topple combos, gems, equipment, skill leveling, and such. It is a very complex game, even if it doesn't seem that complex at the surface. In a fight, you want to look out for your party gauge, which is this thing here, but the game will explain everything you need to know. The tutorials tab is going to take care of that. And your positioning. Again, very important. The game is going to explain it, but you should always keep in mind that your positioning in a fight is going to make or break your fight. You could lose if you're not positioned correctly, if you're not drawing aggro correctly. And last but not least, you should always check your equipment and gems and your skill trees and art levels. These should be checked not all the time, but regularly, just once per new town. When you get to a new town, you should go to the store in the town and buy new equipment if it's necessary, synthesize new gems, if there's direct upgrades, try to work out builds, and maybe level up your arts or set up new skill trees and skill links. There are many things in the game you can look forward to, but these are like my 3 favorites. The game is great, it has a wonderful story, and the characters are actually, I think, very well written, even if there are some moments where that writing gets a little watered down, but that's fine, not everything can be perfect 100%. The combat system, actually, I didn't find very fun upon when I first picked it up because I didn't really understand it, but after playing it for about a week or so, it finally clicked for me, and I understood why people liked it so much. Again, it plays a bit like an MMO, so you have to remind yourself that it's not your usual JRPG fare. It's not turn-based, or even an active time battle like Final Fantasy. The game it plays most closely to, I would say, is Final Fantasy 12 or Final Fantasy 14, except with a bigger focus on automatic attacks. But I do love the game, and I do think it is a wonderful experience. Thank you for watching. If you watched up to this point, I'm super glad you watched the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm trying to do this new thing. So write your feedback in the comments if you see this, and if you will, please leave a like, or else I'm gonna have to be forced to shoot you. Alright, see you next video.